Hi y'all, it's me. I'm here to, I got a request from Erica who's Scrap Diva 29. Hey Erica. And I also had a request on a previous video showing Traveler's Notebook. She asked how I did these closures that I have in my books here. I like them closed. I don't like all the flaps flipping open, so I have them in the Traveler's Notebooks I've made thus far. So I'm going to show you really quick how it's done. It's super simple. You simply need to get a piece of paper that measures 1 by 4 inches. I have a Traveler's Notebook in the work here. This is a little tiny insert I'm making with that new Ooh La La collection from Michaels. So right now I'm using this clamp to hold it closed to train it to stay closed. So anyway, back to this. You get a 1 by 4 inch piece of paper. I double-sided it since when it's open like this you'll be able to see it. I wanted to make sure it had paper on it as well. You take your corner chumper, and the part that will be on the front of your little booklet needs to be corner rounded if you would like. If you don't, then you don't have to. Just an option, but I like them rounded. So I'm going to go ahead and corner chump that. This is new corner chumper, and it's really stiff compared to my old one. There you go. So you just kind of want to round the edge there. Then I have a piece of lamination that I had from a previous project. If I can open it up here, I'm going to stick that in my, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half just to train the paper what I need it to do. So go ahead and do that ahead of time. Then open it back up, and you're going to stick it in between your laminating film. Again, this is optional. If you don't want to laminate, you don't have to. I'm going to go ahead and stick it in my laminator. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to be off camera a second. And as soon as that comes out, I can show you the remainder of how I did this. It's on its way out. It's slow. Here it comes. Okay. It's coming. So now I have that piece laminated. I'm just going to use my scissors to trim it down some. And you can be neat about it or use your paper trimmer. I just use scissors and round it out some. I like to, while the item is still warm, I like to bend it right away so that I get some assistance on that bend. And then the only other thing that I do is you can either use your tiny attacher. I chose that on a few other projects. However, if you do choose to use a tiny attacher, before you put a pocket or anything on this, you need to attach this with your tiny attacher so that the staple will be behind that pocket. I did that on some and I liked it, but I prefer the E6000 method, which is, this is E6000 for those who don't know. You have to wait, yes, you have to wait for it to get done, but I do these first so I can work on the cover later. Just go ahead and put a generous amount of E6000 on the thing, the little flap, and you go ahead and line that up on the center of your book. And then I use binder clip to hold that in place while it's drying. But I'm not going to put it on just yet because I want to show you what I do to keep it closed. I buy these little Velcro dot fasteners right here at the Dollar Tree or wherever you can find them. I marry the pair together that goes together, and then I apply it to the, I don't use magnet because I didn't want to run a magnet through the laminator. I wasn't sure if it would damage or whatever. I'm not sure. So anyhow, I'm going to take that off for a minute. You would actually want to do this differently than the way I'm showing you. But anyhow, you go ahead and put that in place. These are really super strong, the ones from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to go ahead and put this back where it was since I pulled it off. Slide it back down there. And then while this is drying, I clamp it closed like this to allow the E6000 to adhere. In the meantime, my little fastener has already stuck in place where I needed it. So that's basically all I do, and simple. So I hope that helps you out, and thanks for asking for the little tutorial, Erica. I appreciate it. Talk to you all soon. Bye for now. Do what makes you happy.